commenting on the comments. Today we don't really have nobody with us, but we do have someone about 4 days a week that joins on to the show. Listen up. Commenting on the comments. We here live on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. We here.
I'm here now. Bring it back, bring it back, bring it back. Businessman, no fake ones on my premises. Shane Soon told me if I find them, gotta finish them. Gotta kill all you, I can't leave no witnesses. Do it in 60 seconds, call me 1 minute man. Roll that weed up, I stay G'd up. Hey, that's me, bro, everyday procedure. You think y'all hustle, you think y'all smart. Every one of my niggas got EBT cards, electronic benefits. I pay taxes too, so I got a right to my own shit, bitch. Hang around Crips, Bloods, Hinds, and Sigmas. Go Crip, blood signs, and blue fire signals. You know, you niggas wanna fuck with danger. When my niggas milk Losin, Robin Mangrum.
Testing.
Tyree, JB, PT, and Chris that used to fuck with Angel. Yeah, I don't fake the black man.
I love the support, man. You want to be brought on? I'm inviting people as guests. I appreciate you guys for showing love. As you can see, we on TikTok right now. For some reason, we still haven't figured out how to combine the TikTok with everything else, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. But we are working on that, and I know I got to find the RSS data, and once I find that link, I'll make sure that you guys get to see everything that I add onto the show, commercials and all other type of things. We're doing a live goal. I need you to help me achieve the first goal, and I'll sing a song if you do that. You know what I'm saying? All right. I'll sing a song if you do that. Developing case going on. We're gonna get right into it, man. Kendrick. Oh man. Hope you guys understand that this is a very, very, very big case right here. Kendrick Johnson played basketball at Lowndes High School. If you guys don't know, he got killed at Lowndes High School, the Lowndes High School Vikings. He was on the basketball team. The guy that allegedly killed him was on the football team. And his dad was a GBI enforcement officer. Actually, he ran the GBI unit, Georgia Bureau of Investigations. And court denies lawsuit dismissal and teens Jim Mack death. That's big. That's big, guys. I know you can't see it like that, but listen, for this guy to get another opportunity, for the family to get an opportunity at closure, this is the briefing. An appeals court has ruled that the dismissal of a lawsuit over the death investigation of a Georgia teen should be reconsidered. Reconsider. What's going on, Amanda? Miranda, sorry about that. Kendrick Johnson was found dead by students in an upright wrestling mat, Lowndes High School gymnasium, over a decade ago, 12 years ago. While investigators have ruled in an accident, his family claims that it was foul play. Not just his family, everybody. everybody said it's foul play, guys. Everyone did. Yeah, even I said there's evidence showing that the guy was coming from someplace or whatever, and I'm thinking maybe the gym or something like that. I don't know exactly what happened. How you doing, Lori?
Hey, Mr. Sir, how are you?
All right. We was talking about this Kendrick Johnson thing. I don't know if you saw what happened with it, but I'm going over the appeals. I'm gonna read through it real quick before I get your take. Just make sure before you get your take, and introduce yourself and then give them your label of what you're coming on as. But I'm gonna go back to it. Here, let me go back to it. Sorry about that. So Kendrick Johnson again was found dead by students in an upright wrestling mat, Lowndes County High School gymnasium over a decade ago. While investigators have ruled it an accident, his family claims it was foul play. Like I said, everybody said it was foul play, not just his family. Everyone, 98% of the people there knew that what was going on with this foul play with Kendrick. While a district judge threw out the family's lawsuit against the GBI, Georgia Bureau of Investigation, school board, and others, the appeals court said that those issues could be fixed. Now, today in Atlanta, big, today in Atlanta, you might have to turn your volume down just a little bit, Lord, maybe one, just a little tad. A federal appeals court is asking a Georgia court to reconsider their ruling based on the lawsuit filed by the parents. Of course, it was over a decade ago. We know that. In 2013, his body found out right. Okay, we know about that. The backstory: January 11th, 2013, student found the body of a 17-year-old in the gym. They said at Valdosta High School. That is not right. That's at Lowndes High School. And they alerted a gym teacher. This is Lowndes High School. They put Valdosta High School. That is definitely not right. Lowndes County Sheriff investigators concluded soon after that Johnson died of a freak accident, stuck upside down, unable to breathe while trying to retrieve a shoe. Again, what's going on, fellas? What's up, Rufus? Saying that it was an accident, and that he was trying to retrieve a shoe. This is what the investigators said about Kendrick. Now, we all know. I'm hoping you guys can see this. Laura, can you see this on the screen?
Yeah, I can see it.
So this is the shoe, and this is the body. And they're saying he fell in between here, and he fell elbow first. But remember now, the body was bruised up. So I'm trying to figure out how are they saying that man got all of the bruise on his face and on his body. So, and it was more behind it. It was more going on too, guys, after he died. We gonna get into that too. Like I said, Lowndes County Sheriff investigators concluded that he died of a freak accident, stuck upside down, unable to breathe while trying to retrieve his shoe that fell inside the upright mat. Both pair of his shoes. Come on, man. Both of his shoes. That actually is a pair. My bad. I probably said that wrong. Both of his shoes. All right. I showed you guys a diagram. That's actually a court diagram on how they said that the shoes fell. Johnson long insisted that someone killed him, that school officials and law enforcement covered up the crime. The family has cited bruises onto their son's right jaw, the right jaw. All right, what's up, Sawyer? And Mark, they have claim are consistent with stun gun prongs near the teen's wrist. Again, I'm gonna say it again. There were bruises on his right jaw, marks that they claim are consistent with a stun gun. The stun gun prongs. I don't know if you guys ever got hit with a stun gun before, but listen, those prongs don't play, man. Those prongs do not play. Man, Kendrick Johnson, man, listen, man. We just can't let it happen like that. We can't let it happen like that. Federal authorities ultimately provided no answer in 2016 when they closed their investigation into whether the Johnson civil rights were violated. His mom and dad. The Justice Department released a statement saying investigators found. Everybody know the story by now. There's been Lori, like what, Netflix thing on it? Wasn't it a Netflix on it?
They had a series on it. Well, not a series,
Yeah,
but
I think it was like a little Netflix special on it. It was a couple specials on it. In 2021, Ashley Park, the sheriff of Lowndes County, opened an investigation again due to public scrutiny of the case. In his synopsis of the case, Ashley Park said investigators have continued to believe the teen death was accidental. There was no foul play. I am quite sure that there will still be contingent. Look at that. Oh my God, man. Come on, man. That's crazy. I encourage everyone to study all the evidence in this file before forming an opinion. Now that's what Ashley Park said, but man, listen, Kendrick, man, little young man, you know, I can't speak on exactly what happened, but, you know, there's a female in between all of this. There's a female in between all of this. And one day she's going to break her silence. Man, the girl hasn't said anything, man. The female hasn't said anything. She's going to break her silence, man. And some of the truth is going to come out. But it might be too late. The parents filed a $1 billion lawsuit against Lowndes County Sheriff Department, the Crime Lab, GBI, Board of Education, which they called the school board in their lawsuit, and an unnamed agent in the Federal Bureau of Investigation, which you know who that is. That's his dad. Dig deeper. What do you think, Lord? I mean, do you want to speak on the situation, or you want to stay?
I'll say
what you feel.
It's wild because when it actually happened, I was working at Academy Sports and Outdoor. It was just built down the street from it. So they had like everything shut down. And I can say this, it's a difference between telling us to form things off of and don't go off of opinion versus going off of facts. It's a big difference. You can't fake facts, you know? And
go up on your volume a little bit one more time, my bad.
Okay.
I think you had went down and I put you back up. But I can hear you, but say it one more time just so people can understand.
When I was saying it's a difference between forming your opinion off of facts. Facts are facts. You can't take away from facts. And everything that was presented was facts. Yes, people are going to have judgment and things on how they feel, or opinions on how they feel about certain situations on the way it was handled. We all know how it was handled. It was handled very improperly. We know that. And it lets you know, I don't want to speak on too deep about how the privilege of different things are. But one thing I can say is, like, I tip my hat off to his family. because one thing is it's like they're intentionally, not the family, but it's like law is intentionally trying to make you tire yourself. Like eventually you'll get tired and just let it go. And it's like that's what they're pushing for. But to be able to still have the same push, the same drive, the same strength to continue to keep going on and not giving up, you have to salute a person like that. It takes a lot of strength to keep going up and keep fighting. You have to salute them, you know. And I tell them to continue on, because if that was me in their shoes, guess what? I'm not giving up till I got justice for my baby. I don't care what it takes.
Exactly. Look, they was out there protesting for a little minute. They was out there protesting for a little minute out there, and I don't blame them one bit. It's making loud noise. Okay, gotcha. So basically, you have to go after legal access to your kids' file. That's what I would do too. You're muted, Lord. That's what it is. You're muted. I would definitely do that, because Kendrick was only, he was still a teenager, man. He was still a teenager, and you have teenagers, Lord. So, man, look, when these kids get to high school, we all know it's about, they're starting to date and they're starting to feel themselves and they're just trying to figure out life. And it's really unfair to put them in some kind of loving situation. You know what I mean? Who am I to talk? Because I definitely dated when I was 13, 14, 15. But one thing my dad instilled in me is to understand that, look, this is just your friend. This is just your friend. You don't understand what's going on. You're gonna start liking somebody. You might even start loving somebody. Make sure you handle people's love with care, and that you handle people's situation with them being with somebody else with care also. You know what I mean by that, right? Their ex.
When they're kids, they got to figure it out. Just like we had to figure it out. When they are, it's funny when my son, he's about to be 22, and he used to say, "Oh, I love this girl." I said, "Boy, you don't even love yourself. How you gonna love somebody else? You don't even know what love is. You know what lust is. You know what that is, but you don't even know what love is. I promise you. You don't know what it is, and you don't understand it, because it takes a lot to understand what love is and what it is to really love a person. It does.
Yeah.
So for when they're high school sweethearts, I used to tell my kids, enjoy life, like enjoy your teens. You're only a kid for so long. Like it's this amount of time that you're a kid. Enjoy yourself. You're an adult for the rest of your life. Enjoy yourself as a kid. And understand it. It's crazy that the world that we live in tries to make our kids grow up before their time.
Exactly. I don't condone the whole thing with I don't fight against it too, because you have to have a healthy balance of dating with your kids, because they do have to know their sexuality or they're going to be confused. So it's a touchy
subject. I'm not saying it's not okay. Right. I know what you're saying. Like, in order for you to ever understand love, you got to be hurt. I don't care what nobody tells me. You got to be hurt to understand just in general. Because how can you make something right if you didn't go through the wrong? Like, what do I know is right? Okay, this is something I need to fix about myself. So you go through trial and error as you're young, and as you get older, you do. But I just tell them, don't take it so serious, because you and I know as kids live off of emotions, right? They're emotional beings, so they move off of their emotions. Like one thing happened, they'll be mad. One thing happened, they'll be sad, and they don't understand it. And the world we live in don't even teach them how to balance their chakras. how to balance yourself out, how to understand these things. Like that's not something that the world actually teaches them. And so that's why, you know, our responsibility as parents, I feel like, is to teach them these things, to be able to teach them how to balance themselves out, to just understand not only just life, but things that you will deal with. You're going to go through heartbreaks. It is
Yeah.
what it is. Like, you're never going to be with that one. I mean, some people are. Granted, for the rest of their life, some people being with somebody 70, 80 years. I ain't making that far.
Look.
I done tried twice. I ain't making that far. I made it 7 and 13. That's 20 years. I'm only 41. It is what it is, you know. But it going through those things, I don't regret it, because guess what it does for you? It actually makes you a better version of who you are by going through those bad things. I don't think nothing happens. Anything that happens to us in life, I don't believe it's bad. Because how can it be bad if it's making you a better version of who you are? You learn something out of it.
You got to. Man, shout out to try to get back on schedule. And the topic is you know, trying to parent a teenager is the toughest thing that's created. Probably God agree. You just can't parent. I don't even think I was parented right. You know what I'm saying? It was things I didn't. You know what I mean? My dad probably was like, man, you know what? And my dad, what was so cool about my dad, he just a chill dude. He very chill. So nothing really ever pissed him off. I think as parents, you do get, you know, disappointed, but I don't think you ever get angry at your child. You know, maybe if your child go to jail or something like that and do something they ain't supposed to really be doing, you know, then I understand that. But you know, like in Kendrick's case, I heard by many, many people that he was a great kid. You know what I'm saying? I heard he was a great kid, and I heard that you know, supposedly who this was over, the whole Kendrick Johnson and oh man, the guy name slipped my mind. I forget his name that quick. Let me tell you his name real quick. Shoot, man, I forget that guy's name. I don't want to lie. Oh man, but his accuser and
Brian Bell?
Brian Bell, that's correct. Yeah, Brian Bell, that's right. Brian Bell. And his dad, for him to raise him the way he raised him, it kind of showed you he thought he was above the law. I mean, there's multiple cameras that has this same kid, you know, going inside. And this kid was 17. He was a senior. You know what I mean? And he showed him following Kendrick, which was the younger of the two, followed him inside the gym. And you know, that's when the camera supposedly lost him. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's just crazy how you could raise your kid to do everything right, you know, but for some reason they're just not ready to take that next step of being an adult. You know what I mean? And the smallest, well, I'm not gonna say small, but the simplest cases can turn into the biggest cases by them not having experience dealing with another race or dealing with another person that has a different religion. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's a hard case to go by, man. I hope we covered it the right way. Like I said, the appeal, they was gonna try to close this case. Georgia court system has now came to a ruling that they will give the Johnson family a right to appeal the case, and they might find something, or maybe there's enough evidence, because evidence we can't see. Maybe there is enough evidence or a key witness And I'm hoping it's the girl that this was all this was about. And or maybe somebody want to come forward, and I just never know who it might be. It might be Brian Bell. It might be him. Want to come forward and testify, or give the court exactly what they want. Is a guilt, admission of guilt. You just never know with these cases, man. I'm not a lawyer in no type of way, but that's the first thing I had to come on and say, because I wanted to show some love to the family. I always post about Kendrick Johnson, and I want everybody to try to remember him, because that he was a key part of Allowance High School basketball team as a sophomore, and I'm thinking he was a junior when this happened. But he didn't have the ability to grow all the way, because this kid probably would have been like 6'4", 6'3". He was a pretty tall kid already. He probably didn't even got a chance to hit his growth spurt yet. So kids see that and they take advantage of that. So they try to go ahead and get you out of the way earlier than they supposed to. But man, it's unfortunate thing that happened. But for me to not go on and on and on about it, hopefully he gets his justice. The family deserves it. And the last thing I'm gonna say, my Harrington family really, really dropped the ball when they had his insides, all his kidneys and all that other stuff was just gone. Everything was gone. They couldn't. All the organs was gone. They filled him up with paper with the newspaper. And that right there was just, it really should have hurt that family. It really should have hurt the Harrington family. Even though I love them, it really should have hurt them. Because at the end of the day, you got to do what's right. You got to do what's right by, and what's crazy is that family is brought through through God. You know what I mean? This is my kin people. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, man, and I know all of the young ones weren't there, but man, every case, anytime someone comes through and has a funeral, it is very, very, very important to follow protocol, man, because you never know when you have to go back and look at something. And that's what they was counting on to be a key piece of the evidence. Once they got rid of those organs, that's a key piece of the evidence gone. You know what I mean? It would have shown that he got beat, he got hit certain places on his kidneys or right by his ribs somewhere. Or, just, I don't know exactly everything they got taken out, but, we spent 30 minutes on it. I really think we probably hit every area we could hit on it, man. Let's try to move on to something else. But man, God bless the Johnson family, man. I hope they get justice. I really do, man. It's a very, very unfortunate situation that happened with his death, man. Too early. All right, let's go to the ground. I like to go to the ground. So, as you can see, we live Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. The basis of the show is commenting on the comments. Unless something happens, and this just happened maybe within the last hour, so I wanted to make sure that I updated everybody. I'm sure you guys gonna see it all through your feed. People been posting it throughout the day. but I just wanted to make sure and fact check before I actually came up and said something. So if you like, subscribe, comment, and share, we greatly appreciate it. Let's go to what I saw today. And that was, what you think about what you think about Spirit Airlines never having a crash, never having a death? Sorry. Did you hear about that?
And to be honest, I rode Spirit. Actually, the first time I ever flew on a plane was Spirit. I didn't know nothing about it. I just knew at the time I was young and it was the most cost-effective one to choose, and I chose it. And I actually didn't have a bad experience at all. The ball got dropped on with a crossover flight, but when I tell you they were so quick to fix it. But it's funny that people, down it because of the name and because, it's not a Delta or it's definitely not one of the known. So, of course, they catch slack. But to be honest with you, I would choose them any day to ride.
Hey, look.
Nobody not right now, but
Look what somebody said.
I got to drive across the ocean. I'll figure it out.
Somebody said this about Spirit, or Lord. They said even death is scared to fly in Spirit.
Yeah, I read the jokes where they was like, "All right, you ride in Spirit. That was the last time."
The crash is within the flight. That's crazy. They say the crash already happens within the flight. Before the flight happens, there's already a crash. I mean, they really haven't had any. Oh man, they say Spirit planes are the equivalent of Crown Victorias in a little ghetto but reliable.
Hey, let me tell you something. A Crown Vic can run into a brick wall, and all you're gonna get is a little bend.
Exactly. Man, listen, man. Yeah, talking about that's stupid, man. Hey, the comments are always the funniest thing, man. Talking about knock on wood, don't jinx it, please. Cause Trump will see that and they'll been made Spirit have a crash some type of way. But Spirit can't pay their pilots though, right? Somebody said they couldn't pay their pilots.
No, speak on that. I'm interested to know now.
Spirit, man, that's something else, man. But hey, it's all about. Hey, man, happy birthday to Ric Flair, man. I forgot about that, man. Ric Flair's a guy I definitely idolize. He was a white guy, but I idolize him because he was just so cool, man. He was smaller than everybody, but for some reason, he was the first Bugs Bunny. You know who Bugs Bunny is? Bugs Bunny, he could get out of anything.
His voice demanded attention. He has one of the voices that demand your attention.
Exactly. Yeah, that Nature Boy Ric Flair. He's something else. I don't know how old he is, but I'm thinking Ric Flair almost 70.
Look, he got to be about 80 because when we were kids, he was in his 50s.
Yeah, it was up there. He older than Hulk Hogan. Ric Flair older than Hulk Hogan, so I know Hulk Hogan already like 60, 66, something like that. My dad was telling me earlier. Man, the thing that LeBron is doing, man. I haven't really been watching basketball lately, but they say he tried to pull his hairline down. He said,
"What?"
Nah, I'm gonna show you what he did. So I didn't know. Look, you see how he rubbing his head? Somebody said he's trying to pull his hairline down. That's messed up, man. Y'all let that man live, man. That man brought he probably gonna bring 2 kids to the NBA. You know what I'm saying? 2 of them. Man, that boy playing. He playing, man. 40 years old and all, he's still playing. You know what I'm saying? Now I asked somebody Do you think LeBron ever cheated on his wife? What do you think?
So
He coming in choppy. He came in choppy. Say it again. He came in choppy, Lord. I tell you what. Nah, it still came in a little choppy. I tell you what. I don't think Savannah would deal with being cheated on. Put it like that. I think she, they done had 3 kids, and I don't think that she would just sit there and just take any kind of treatment when she's been nothing but good. Well, as we know, she's been nothing but good to him. You know what I'm saying? But 3? Let me tell you something, fellas. When you get to kid number 3, all that woofing that y'all be doing need to calm the hell down, bro. Calm down. Live for your lady and them kids after that. Make sure you show. A woman done went through 3 pregnancies for you, homie, and you still not appreciative. There's women that had 8 kids and still got cheated on. I know that for a fact. That was one of my grandmothers. And she divorced her husband. You know what I mean? And it just how much can a woman take? I don't think Savannah would let him do none of that. I just don't. Some telling me that that is bigger than what they're trying to say. But those games are good. Have you been watching the Lakers game? I don't think you like the Lakers. What's your NBA team, Laura? I think we might have lost her. Kendrick Lamar, the fastest solo guy to hit, had number 1. He's more than Michael Jackson right now. Can't beat that, man. Can't beat that. Woman says a man is giving low effort after he sends $30 for lunch. This is big. I wish Laura. Let me see if she's still there. Okay. There we go. Try it again, Laura. Let's try it again.
I didn't even know I was not joining. I'm just having a whole conversation with you.
Hey, so look. This is the next one right here, right? It's saying woman says a man is giving low effort if he sends her $30 for lunch. What you think about that?
I disagree. I feel like this, right? Why does it matter the amount? I feel like it's the thought, because this is my hard-earned money, not yours. So if I'm giving it to you, right, it doesn't matter what I give you. Maybe $30 is all he has, so you're gonna down him, or you're gonna look at him differently because $30. I mean, $30 is a lot for lunch. Like, where are you trying to eat at? You're trying to eat at a fancy restaurant. Of course, $30 is not enough. But my whole point is, like, people need to stop knocking people for effort. Right? That sense of entitlement of thinking that somebody owes you whatever. They don't owe you nothing. So if somebody does something for you, be appreciative of it, no matter what it is. You can take me on a date and we can have a candlelight dinner at the Waffle House. It don't even bother me. It's the whole thought of you took your effort. You took your time and your energy. It is what it is. What I'm going to give you $200 for a meal or $100 for lunch, and then you turn around and be talking to another man? Absolutely not. No, I'm going to give you $30. Get this funky 40. No.
Hey, listen. Well, listen, $30. Okay, you've paid for dinner for a date before, pretty much. Okay, what's too much money for a date? Like, I know it depends on the ambiance that's around you and all that. and it depends on the location and things of that nature. But like when you first meet somebody and y'all, y'all hit it off or whatever, and you feel like, okay, first we talking on the phone, because that's what at least that's how I am. First I'm gonna talk on the phone with you, see what we doing, and I'm gonna see what you like. Boom, okay, boom, boom, boom. Now we going on a date. Now, I still feel like a man should be creative. You gotta be creative. So what I mean by creative is you shouldn't have to ask the woman where you going for the date. I mean, as a dude, you should have it made up in your mind that, you know what? All right, we're going back to Zach thinking. 150. I know some dude gonna kill me, but 150 is the limit for me, because sometimes it's about giving the convenience of not having to wait. I've been going. Shoot, man, so many places in Atlanta. It's so many places to go. Miami, so many places to go. I think I probably went everywhere in Miami. Before people knew about Kiki on the River, I was already going. Like, it wasn't even no high place at one point in time. And it was a guy that was my boss, the one who actually opened the place. He actually taught me how to run a club and everything, and I'm so appreciative for that. But he opened up a restaurant after that, and that's where they used to go for their after parties. You know what I mean? And they used to use a boat for like all the entrees. If you order the entree, you had to go on a boat to eat the entree. And then you come back off, you order your food, you go inside this nice lounge. And I'm talking about, it was very, very nice. Very nice. But it was a little bit of food. I mean, you'd be upset. You'd be upset for $100. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I started developing 150. Because I knew that, that I could take care of me, take care of her, and the drinks. Now, this is where it gets tricky. A lot of people smoke hookah now. And the average hookah right now is like $50, $60. 50, that's already. That's already. So let me ask you this. Now, your son on the date. Let's say he's 17, 16, 17. Let's say he 21. 21, he going on the date. He trying to impress the girl. Is he paying for her hookah? She 21 now. Is he paying for her hookah or is she paying for her own?
It's funny that you say that. My son is 21. My son is 21. So I know I'm probably gonna get knocked from a lot of women. But you know me. I gotta be me, and I can't be nobody else. So I feel like this. It depends on. Not only does it depend on who invited who, right? If I asked you, hey, let's go out to eat. Let's go eat somewhere. Guess what? I'm paying. I'm the one that asked you. You didn't ask me. I asked you. So am I going to pay? Yes. And I have no problem with paying. Right? Now, if you ask me and then you want me to pay, no. Because you invited me. Because if the shoe was on the other foot, I'll pay.
Yeah.
So if we there, I'll buy the drinks. You want hookah? As long as I feel like you need to have that understanding before you go there. Like, don't surprise me. Be like, oh yeah, because I think I watched something today where the girl was like, oh, I want to order. Oh, that might have been yesterday. She was like, yeah, I got to order a to-go plate. No. We're gonna eat here. If whatever you gonna eat here, you better roll it over to a to-go plate. And if you don't, but all the extra stuff, I don't. No. It's a limit on what's being done or whatever. But if my son, I would teach him, hey, look, if you doing the hookah, you ain't, I ain't paying. I'm sorry, I didn't even touch it. I'm not paying. Especially, it depends on who invited who. I'm not.
Okay, let me ask you. But is it being a gentleman? Is it being a gentleman knowing that he asked this girl on a date, knowing that
to pay for her hookah too? I mean, I feel like it's a case by case basis. I feel like it's definitely on who the person is.
Exactly. Okay, there we go. There we go.
Like, because I don't feel like if we've been rocking, I don't have no problem with paying. That it is what it is. I'll pay for your drinks. I'll pay for your hookah. It is what it is. But if we just meeting each other and you think I'm about to pay for everything from start to finish and this and that, like I said, I think it just depends on who the person is to you or whatever,
Yeah.
what type of level that you two are on. So
At what point during the relationship is that even not a question? 1 year, 2 year?
I don't think it's a time frame. The reason why I'm gonna say it's not a time frame because like you might mesh with somebody in 3 months, right? And like really, really mesh with them. But it might take you somebody else, it might take you 9 months. So the person in 3 months got the same, might not have the same time, but they have the same love for each other because time doesn't make you love somebody. It's the investment that you put into it, right? So at the end of the day, if you really look at it, I don't think it's a time thing. Like I'm not gonna say, well, we got to be dating for 1 year and 2 months in order for me to do this, that, and that. You know what I mean? Because it doesn't make sense. Because what if in 1 year and 2 months we really ain't even on the terms that we thought we were gonna be on? You know what I mean? So I just said because I mean I can say this is what I want to happen. But roads navigate and changes things. Energy changes, time changes, situation.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? You navigate through things. So I wouldn't say a time frame. I would just say it just depends upon like where we're at. I don't want to put a time frame on it because I know people like you could be rocking with somebody harder in 6 months that you've been doing with somebody that you did for 6 years. It be like that.
It just exactly just gonna say it just be like that for real. Like
but I do got to comment on something you said. When you said when you were talking about the way you, let me put it in better terms, the way you, just because I started dating you, right? When you was talking about, oh, well, would your son pay for it just because he's trying to be a gentleman? I tell my son, be you. And what I mean by that is if you know that you ain't gonna keep supporting $150 dates, don't you start that off with no $150 date, because guess what? Now you're giving the person a false impression on this is who you are and this is the lifestyle that you live. Like, give me you. Hey, if you telling me that we're going to get a 4 for $4 at Wendy's, if that's what you can give me, at least I know you're giving me the authentic you, right? And I understand, okay, the impression, but you got to realize some people take those impressions and push it a little bit too far.
Man, that's crazy, man. I didn't even know this happened right here. But we can go over it, especially you being a female. What you feel about this next thing I show you? I can't really get the gist of why this young man, Tory Lanez, did what he did to Megan, but at the end of the day, it said Megan seeks Tory Lanez testimony under oath in cyber stalking case. I don't like Megan can't get away from this dude, man. Like, for some reason, Tory is in love with that girl, bro. I don't know what it is. Everybody's saying avoid women like her. Some people saying leave Tory alone. Like I said the other day, I used to listen to Tory music, a few songs, but I never really was a fan of his. He got a great writing style, but it's just something about him just didn't catch me for some reason. I have no respect for her at all. She trying so hard to kick this man while he's down. He's already locked up. Leave the man alone. She mad because she falling off. I don't think she falling off. She just been taking a break too. I mean,
was she just in concert or doing? She just did a show at somewhere or something.
Exactly.
I don't see her falling off.
If it's
I
anybody
don't really
falling
even
off, it might
understand
be
the whole
Tory.
situation. To be honest with you, it's confusing.
Exactly.
I've never seen a situation that's so confusing in my life, and it's this one.
That right there is very confusing.
It's a Tubi movie.
It's a Tubi. Oh my goodness, man! Look, them Tubi movies. Oh my goodness, I can't even believe they even get paid for that.
I don't know. Some of them be good. Some of them actually be interesting. They do. But,
I don't know how to do it.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do it. I tell you what, it's something been going on the whole time with our microphone. I'm gonna have to look into it. But overall, everybody can hear pretty much everything clearly. And the last one of the day is gonna be what has happened to Nicki Minaj? What has happened to her? Did she just give up, or is she just maybe her kid maybe a little bit too much?
What you mean? Why she just kind of fell off, or just like kind of?
You think she fell off?
I don't think she fell off. I really think people like her value motherhood. And I really think that she's really more of a family person now.
Okay.
She understands the value of family.
She made a money.
Yeah, and I think she made. I really do. I don't feel like she fell off because, I mean, she was at the peak. You know what I mean? She can easily get back to the peak because her foundation of fans is so solid. You know what I mean? So I really feel, I mean, just if I had to give my personal opinions, I really feel like it's something to do with her and being a mother and just being a family person. Because sometimes we're so busy living life for other people, we forget to live our own life ourselves. You know?
Yeah. Okay. Well, you pretty much hit that across the head. This right here will make this one the last one. The price of eggs.
I'm about to slay eggs out my back door, sir. I told you, ain't no way in the world eggs should be costing this much, sir. These gotta be golden eggs. These must be golden chickens. Like, I'm confused.
How much?
I know I seen some that somebody posted. It was like $8. I said $8 ain't nobody. Matter of fact, and it's so crazy because I went to the Waffle House for my kids. I think like last week or something. And you know they have the thing where it's 50 cents per egg. But let me tell you something. You better crack one egg on this sandwich.
Waffle House ain't playing. Waffle House not playing. Waffle House not playing.
But
this right here is what it's coming to, Laura. Watch this right here. This is what it's coming to. Coming up.
You know, they say Spencer, all right, my boy.
Not paying with eggs.
Yeah, but they even shoot nice with eggs. Watch this.
You know, they Spencer, all right, my boy. Hold on. Now, you ain't talking that much. Now, come on. I got kids to feed. I got kids to feed up. Hey, man, go ahead and cash feed them thing right there.
Hey, man, I ain't accepting no cash right now.
I know you said the egg. Oh, hell yeah. Come on, man. It's expensive. Last time I gave you 2 eggs. Don't do that. Now,
What's the equivalent of 3 eggs?
I'm thinking, how much is a haircut? $24? Maybe it's 8 times 3. Maybe it's $8 a piece. I don't know.
$8 an egg?
I don't know how much a haircut costs. Look, a haircut costs about $40 now. So
Y'all gotta split that one, man. 'Cause I can't-
See, they got a split egg.
I can't get y'all no head, man. Head's too expensive, man. That's too expensive, man. Y'all can't keep doing that.
This dude paying his valet with eggs, bro. You crazy.
No, I need 4 eggs. I'm gonna need 4 eggs. So that's
Hey, look at this, Lord. He said egg crack.
Y'all will have a good one.
Yeah, they boy crazy, man. Yeah, man, all these prices.
have you bought eggs lately?
I haven't. We go out to eat so dang on much. Nah, I'm actually after this. We actually going to the grocery store, apparently, most likely to the
Go
grocery
take a picture. Go slide by them eggs so you can slide on back and be like, wait, what is this? I don't understand it, but it's definitely crazy. It is definitely.
Dang. But they saying because it was a bird flu. What they said? It was a bird flu.
I'm not even sure I'm not sure why.
Yeah.
I just know it sparked, and it went from $3 to $8.
Yeah, they had to get rid of. They had to get rid of so many eggs, millions. Looked like it was millions of them, because it was, whenever this pandemic thing hurt a lot of stuff, so they want to make sure the pandemic was gonna be straight and this, and this. So I mean, I understand getting rid of them, but it's just the cost of, like, I thought Trump said he wasn't gonna have nobody so they could, you know what I mean? Now that's one thing Biden did do. When that price gouging, you weren't about to get when gas was running out. Guess what they did? No, you couldn't price gouge. Nope. Because they was trying their best the first time to price gouge, man, and we know who was doing it. My Indian brethren, you know what I'm saying? I mean, for real, man. Listen, man, every time I go to the hood or I go home or whatever, I always get into it with one of them Indian dudes at the store. It's like they really, really do think they better than us. Like, for real. Like, we got to shop at their place. Like, for real, that's how they put it. Put extra taxes on stuff. They put extra taxes on everything at that Indian store. Guys, if you could stop shopping at the Indian store for a little while. Just stop and watch what happens. No, that's all I got to say. Watch they respect you a little bit more. Watch they respect you a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's my little spiel, man. You got anything you wanted to chop on or jump on before we jump into another day?
No.
You had a good day today, huh? So you had a good day.
Yeah, every morning I always say and tell my kids to have a great day on purpose.
Hey, oh, okay. On purpose.
Mm-hmm.
What you mean?
You got to remember, you manifest what type of day you have. You know, people like, oh, I'm gonna have a bad day today. What ends up happening? You have a bad day, right? Because you just manifested that you were gonna have a bad day. The power of this, man, this is very, very powerful. And so I always tell my kids that, hey, make sure you say have a great day on purpose. That means you're gonna purposely have a great day. Make yourself have a great day. No matter what goes on in your life, what goes on through the day, never make one situation your whole day. Because guess what? There ain't no reset button in life. You can't restart over.
That sounds like Vera.
That ain't Vera. That's Danny. He said, I gotta give credit to Danny. I gotta give credit to Danny. That ain't no Vera right there. Look, you know, him having 7 girls, that was definitely him.
Yeah, who is that?
Danny, my daddy.
Oh, for real? Yeah.
My daddy and my grandma.
I think I made it maybe once or twice. I might have made it about 4 or 5 times.
You met him a few times. He used to sit outside our front door.
Yeah. He everything he doing all right?
You know, he passed away in September
No, I did
2023.
not know that. I did not know that. You know, I was what year was that?
2023. My grandma passed in April of 23, and then he passed in September of 23.
Okay, sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that. We all when my mom passed away, you know, I had a good structure in place where it was a couple of ordained ministers that came and talked to me, and basically they were just saying everyone will go through losing their parents, but always pushing on the message that they showed us. So that's good. You still show that, man. That's awesome. You still show that. I commend you for doing that. Glory to God.
They teach us how to live with people, but they don't teach us how to live without them. And that was my struggle, because you don't really understand it. I tell people, like, that void, it never gets filled. You just learn how to navigate through life. That's it. You know, so hey, look, no matter what you do, no matter what emotion you show, it's not gonna bring them back. And that's what I had to learn here. Is life don't say pause. She going through grief. Let her grieve first, and then when she done grieving, we'll start her life back. That's not how it works. Life continues on no matter how long you choose to grieve. But it's our responsibility to make sure that we heal, because we're responsible for our own healing, nobody else.
Exactly. Well, I appreciate you.
You're welcome.
It's a weekday, so it's the hardest day for everybody.
Man, I'm trying to tell you.
Everybody know this. It's even hard. Sometimes it's hard for me. And you know what I mean? I got a lot of stuff going on. And I don't know what my mic doing that, but I got a lot of stuff going on, and I still do my best to make it myself. I try to understand that that day by day, if you don't make time for progress, you're never gonna make progress. You're never gonna make progress. You're gonna always have an excuse. Dang man, I wish I did this, or dang man, I wish I did that. And it's just crazy that people always had an opportunity to move forward, and they just let the opportunity go by them. You know what I'm saying? You're never too old to do anything. I want you to know that.
Speak, Zach. Hold on. Let me throw my shoe at the.
Exactly.
No, but you're right. Preparation for your purpose always require progression. It just does. You have to sacrifice. Even when you tired, you got to make yourself do something. People complain about them being at where they're at in their life. Okay, what are you willing to sacrifice to make sure that you ain't still in the same position today as you were in yesterday? Or make sure tomorrow you're not in the same position.
Exactly. And we got some big plans ahead too, guys. We got some big plans ahead. This right here is, we're going to always remember these days, Lord. We're going to always remember these days. You're going to be like, man, we started off on this. Watch how much progress we have within 6 months. It's going to go so fast. You're just going to be like, ain't no way I can keep up with it. But I promise you, it's going to be it's a great plan that got put together. And I'm going to make sure I see my way through it, because it's, I want to be able to leave something for all of our children that's helped me start this right here. This is what it's about. And it's a ton of opportunity off this, money or whatever. And when I say opportunity, Raven, she just got she just got co-host of a radio show. So she gonna definitely, that's why I've been rocking with her since day one, a long time ago. She been in entertainment for a long time. You know what I mean? And I'm just happy with everybody who we have on our little crew. I'm happy with it. consistency is everything though. We gotta, make time to give time. You gotta make time to give time. You know what I mean? And what I mean by that is if you see you have a special calling and you want to and you are one of those type of people to where other people needs to hear your opinion, because it might not just be an opinion. It might be counseling for somebody. It's always somebody that's going through what you're going through. So for you to speak, you're in your own realm. Ain't nobody on the group can speak like you. That's why you a part of the team. And I think it's everybody brings something different to the plate. And you'll see later on how we gonna do it. And as far as Anthony Brown, make sure you be more consistent, because Anthony plays a major part down in Tampa, South Florida area, and we gonna put out the whole plan later. But this right here was really just a dry run for this whole month, just to see how everything was gonna work and to see what kinks we gotta work out, and if the internet is gonna do this or the internet is gonna do that. The main thing was the internet. So after that, it's about finding a place and all of that. But you don't have to have that. It's something else that we're doing to where it's going to make us go to the next level. And I promise you, it's brilliant idea that I probably should have been did a long time ago. I just didn't have a $3,000 camera. You know what I mean? So I had to make sure I find it from somewhere. And then the software, the camera wasn't $3,000. The software with the camera and all that stuff, to get it all together and then have the people that's there willing to sacrifice for you. Right now, nobody ain't getting paid and they got other lives to do. Man, all of us got stuff to do. I'm a transportation manager, but I still do 2 or 3 other jobs right now. I'm talking about actually 3 or 4 other jobs right now that I never did earlier. I might have did it maybe about 2-3 years ago, but I did it periodically. I'm doing this almost every day, because you can't find good help. Everybody want to quit. Everybody want to call out and this and this and this. So life goes on, man. We will be blessed though. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate your time, and I'm gonna make sure you ain't never gonna waste it with me. All right.
Hey, you're good. Hey, transparency helps people heal. So as long as you continue to be transparent, that's gonna wait. Hey. You're going to be your authentic self. That's it. But no, thank you.
What you know about you?
Huh?
What you know about this song right here?
I feel like stopping the nigga today. Oh, oh, oh. I feel like stopping the nigga today. Oh, oh, oh. I feel like stopping the nigga today. Oh, oh, oh. These motherfuckers on the road, where the hell they learn to drive. Jive turkeys at my job.